All right, what's up guys? Andres here from Linx Digital. In today's video, we're gonna answer some of your most common YouTube ad questions. Remember, we have a YouTube ad buyers group that you can sign up, you can join. Right below here in the description is the link. That's on Facebook. And this is where we're gonna get our questions from. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with so we have VJ Matani asking, for already created campaigns, how do I know if ad group type it was picked as standard or responsive? This is a simple question, VJ. All you have to do is you go inside your campaign and you actually go to settings, all right? And in the settings, you'll be able to see what type of format essentially you chose. Was it a standard or a responsive? So you can do that in the campaign settings. I think in the ad group settings as well, it shows up. So look into those. All right, next question, we have Joel Vasquez. He asks, is a Tripwire funnel effective for growing your audience on YouTube? I've done webinars that had Tripwire as downsell. Joel, Tripwire offers can work on YouTube. If you wanna do kind of like a break-even type of campaign, you can certainly do Tripwire, the Tripwire offer where, you know, let's say you're selling a book for $4, $7, whatever the case may be, and you know you're targeting people with your ad that maybe have a preference on that particular product that you're selling. So you can certainly turn that into like a lead gen, and you know, almost like that in that value ladder. If you're looking at the first initial transaction that takes place between you and your user and your customer avatar, the Tripwire offers can certainly work, right? But don't expect it to give you a high return, right? These small Tripwire offers they tend to be way too low. So with YouTube, what we recommend is essentially just a lead gen. From a lead gen standpoint, you know, if you let's say have a free training or a free PDF, and then later on you can do the email marketing Tripwire offers and cross sales, upsells. That would be a better route, but you can certainly try it out. And you know, hey, if you're breaking even and you're generating leads and sales, then you can certainly try that. All right, so yeah, so again, Tripwire offers, they can work. You just need to ensure that you know your numbers, your break-even numbers. If you want to make it a break-even funnel where you can generate leads and, you know, at low cost and at the same time get some sales in there, then great. I think it can help you grow your audience on YouTube. All right, perfect. Let's go on to the next one here. Bastian DeVoe, I think I said it right. What type of audiences, topics, kind of placements would you exclude from your campaigns? Okay, so we're talking about audience exclusions here, okay? So with audience exclusions, it really depends on your offer, right? I think there are gonna be times where you're not gonna wanna do any exclusions, but there are gonna be times where you do wanna exclude all converters, for example. You know, people that have already signed up for your offer, you don't want to retarget them again with the same ad to kind of sign up. So you're gonna want to do all converters, you know, based on the Google Ads audience, right? So you go to Audience Manager, you could actually find all of the audiences created there. There's some that are auto-generated, and you can exclude those. And you can also import your own customer data file, and you can exclude your paid list, maybe even like a refund list that you have. If it's big enough, you can definitely exclude those. Yeah, people that have maybe visited a specific page, you don't want them to, you don't want to target people that visited a specific page. It really depends, right? So those are the ones that you typically exclude. All converters, right? All visitors. Maybe you want to do a viewed ad, no-click campaign. So essentially is, you know, you can use the YouTube user-generated audience that you create, which they viewed an ad, let's say, in the last 30 days, but they didn't click. So in that case, you would just add them the exclusion, you know, all visitors, right? All converters, and you can add all of these exclusions within that campaign. So that's for the audience. In terms of topics, you know, I normally haven't excluded topics. I have placements though, so like you can actually go inside your placements for each campaign, so you can see where your ads appeared. I think we've all are familiar with that option. In here, you click that and you'll be able to see what YouTube videos your ad actually appeared on and what type of metrics you got, what type of performance you got. You know, where did you get the most impressions, the most clicks from? But from there, you make decisions. You say, all right, well, you know what? I don't want my ad to show up in, I don't know, in China or something, right? So there may be some videos that are in Chinese and your ad is showing in China. So you can actually add that to the exclusion list, right? So those are very important things to take into account when you're launching your YouTube campaigns, okay? So hopefully that answered your question, Bastian. Thanks for asking it. Okay, and then we have a couple more here to answer. Michael Arriguzzo, Mike again here, thanks for asking a question. He says, hey team, looking to get more accurate buyer profile of my customers to create more tailored marketing efforts. Anyone know if Google Analytics / Google Ads stores some of this data? If so, where can I find some of these key demographic points? All right, well, Michael, one of the main things that you can do with Google Analytics is look at the interest inside audiences. You go to interest and you'll be able to see your affinity in market and other categories. We actually have a video if you want to take a look at that up here. We'll leave the link where we go into detail how to create these audiences or where to extract these audiences from, right? So these are there, right? You can see the stock market audiences. You need to enable the demographics. So if you have your analytics installed, if you have rich data here, you can certainly get lots of demographic points to test from there, right? So analytics for sure. Google Ads as well, you can get insights. If you go to Audience Manager and then you go to Audience Insights, you'll be able to see the different type of stock audiences as well that potentially you can test, okay, that have the most impressions and they have interacted the most with your ads. So you can certainly look at those different cohorts that are being provided to you by Google Ads itself. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question there, Mike. And then the last one, guys, Logan Bean, he says, it seems really common to me that target CPA campaigns will spend a lot and then stall and stop spending for several days, and then all at once spend a lot again. Is this common behavior? Okay, are there best practices around setting up numbers for target CPA campaigns so they consistently spend? I'll have several days, almost a whole week at a time, where the target CPA will just barely trickle spend. All right, so you have a couple of questions within one here, Logan. So let me answer the first one. Is this common behavior? Yes, it is, right? So target CPA, understand that this is very much bid dependent, right? What do I mean by that? It means that if you have a campaign at target CPA bid, let's say you're based on the cost per conversion. So understand this. The target CPA bid, it's based on your cost per conversion, right? Whatever you're getting cost per conversion, let's say if you look at the 30 days data, right? Your cost per conversion is $38, let's say. Well, your bid, you might as well bump it up a bit to $40 and see if that fires and if the campaign spends. So that's where something that we emphasize a lot when it comes to the target CPA campaigns is that you want to review the data the following day for yesterday's data, right? So you look at the time for the date range yesterday and you take a look at the spend, the cost. So filter by cost. And if you had a campaign budget of $50, $100, whatever dollar amount, you want to ensure that that budget is being spent, the entire budget, right? Or close to it, right? If it's $25 and spend 24, all right, you're right on there, right? And then like measure that, see the effectiveness. If that's not happening, like in your case, you're saying that you're getting some days where it's not spending, that means you may need to increase your bid, right? So you don't have a proper bid for that specific campaign. So it is completely normal. Usually you won't run into these issues with max conversions unless audience sizes are an issue, right? But with target CPA, it's really kind of like a bidding war, if you will. So you're gonna want to increase the bid when it's not spending, right? When it's not spending the full budget, and maybe decrease the bid when it is spending the full budget, but you're not getting the performance, right? Or you may just need to kind of relaunch a different type of audience or a different audience. So it could be different things, okay? And that goes into the best practices question here that you asked. Are there best practices around setting up numbers for target CPA? Again, just ensure that it spends. Like that's the rule of thumb. If it spends, then great. Just kind of keep it going and just measure the results from there. But yeah, I have noticed as of late, like we're in July filming this, and I have noticed with target CPA, there's been issues with that more so than before. But you know, you have the resources and the tools to combat that issue. All right. So there you have it, guys. We hope that you enjoyed the video and that you learned something new today. I'm Andres from Linx Digital. And don't forget to like, comment below, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you can get notified when we drop some more YouTube knowledge videos for you, YouTube ad knowledge videos, okay? So thank you, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.